Hello, good morning. This is Janice from Measuring to Fit. I help people get started on sewing and sewing with the sewing machine. Yeah, so there are actually a lot of variables when you get started on sewing, I know, and there are so many things that you, other than the sewing machine. Of course, when you want to sew with the sewing machine, you need to have a sewing machine. I do in my YouTube channel, Measuring to Fit YouTube channel, talk about the type of machines that all right. So I do recommend. I recommend simple machine, right, and not too complicated machines to start off for the beginners. So there are also other things to consider when you are starting off to sew. So today I'm going to talk about fabric. So what is the fabric that you should use, right? When you are a what you call a beginner, right? So I would recommend, let me share screen with you. I can't share screen. I set the settings wrong. I should have done my in another screen. Yeah, so sorry. Couldn't share the screen, but just let me tell you about what it is in terms of fabric, right? So I would recommend for a beginner, you should start off with woven fabric. And which type of woven? I would recommend starting off with cotton woven or linen. Okay, or there are some fabric that is cotton linen fabric. Why? Because we want the fabric to be firm, and it needs to be firm and sturdy fabric so that it don't be slippering on you when you're handling, because you need to put the fabric into the sewing machine. So we don't want to handle slippery fabric for a start, right? So that's why I will recommend cotton fabric, right? And I need to tell you, okay, not stretchable cotton. You do have cotton fabric that is like t-shirt fabric. That means they are stretchable. We don't want stretchable cotton. We want woven cotton fabric that is not stretchable, because we want them to be sturdy and easy to handle, not slippery. Okay, so fabric, cotton woven, I think medium weight will be good, not too thin and not too heavy. Why? Because when you buy, if you are getting a new sewing machine, your sewing machine will come with what we'll call a universal needle. Let me show you universal needle. Sewing machine normally comes with already a pack of needles, right? And if you can see the word universal, right? And these needles can definitely sew your cotton woven fabric, right? Now, just in case you are getting a hand-me-down sewing machine from someone, a gift that somebody passed on to you, a sewing machine, and you don't know what needle it is, I recommend that you change your needle and change it to this, not necessarily Smith. You can also use this organ needle, all right? And HA, HA needle, see HA. When you buy needles from the sewing supply shops, you need to, if they don't have, they don't label it nicely like this called universal needle, then you will have to look for HA, because that's for home sewing machine. If you go for other type of needles, they are for industrial machine, it's not for your sewing machine, right? So, and the reading will be, okay, here, you see, HA 14. Size 14 will be universal, or size 12 also can. Now, if you have this type, the European needles, their sizing comes in two different reading. Size 12, 80, or 1490. This will be universal. 1280 or 1490. Right? So this type of needles is universal and will be suitable. If you have a new machine, they already come with your sewing machine and you will be able to use it with your cotton fabric, right? So if you are using some a machine that somebody passed on to you, you don't know what needle comes in your machine, I recommend that you change your sewing machine needle to this, either the 14, or if you are using the Smith needle, right, 80, 12 or 90, 14, right? So that it is easy to manage. So if you're using that, for me, I just want to share with you that I do, just in case you are not aware, I do conduct courses, and I have, because of the MCO, during the MCO, I was able to, because we couldn't have the workshop in person, right? So I was able to record all my whole course, which consists of 6 parts, right? All my 6 parts into video tutorial, and it is available to you now, right? So all these 6 parts, for the first 5 parts, we are using the cotton woven fabric. So if you're doing my course and you get the exercise material from me, I will be already using cotton or linen or some kind of woven material that is easy to handle for you for the first 5 parts at least. Okay, part 6 is we are handling. I want to introduce handling the knit fabric, which is the stretchable fabric, right? So that is part 6. So that's why I want to tell you that if you are doing my course, right, I already plan it in such a way that you will be working with cotton woven fabric. And if you get the material, the exercise fabric from me as well, it will be prepared for you. So I just let me highlight. Last week I already introduced my course, my 6-part course to everyone here on Facebook and also on YouTube, right? My course consists of 6 parts, and for January this year, January and February, I'm offering this course to you at a price that you decide for yourself. That means I don't tell you what is my price for my course. For every part, there will be a price, okay? So I will suggest that you sign on. You have to give me your email address so that I can actually make available the what we call the course for you, right? So you sign on first, try the course, see whether you can follow my instructions and my teachings, and then you decide how much you want to pay. So that's why I call it pay what you like, right? It's only for So once you started with me, let's say you can't finish all the 6 parts, I will continue in this format for you, even if you pass February and still haven't finished your 6 parts, right? There's a possibility that you can't finish all the 6 parts in 2 months. Yes, you can't finish. But once you started on this mode, I will continue this mode for you for all the 6 parts if you choose to continue. So you can do this course in a way by just the cost only, means you pay when you have tried the course and go along with the course, and then you decide what to pay. This mode is without material. Okay, can I make this very clear? No material cost is pay as you like. Now, if you need my material, okay, the material for part 1, right, together with the cost will be Ringgit Malaysia 150, right? So within Malaysia, 150 we can send it to you shipping free. Means you do not need to pay for the shipping of the material to you, right? So it's 150 if you are getting the material from me, right? And it's free shipping in Malaysia. Malaysia, whether it's Peninsular Malaysia or East Malaysia, right? Free shipping applies for overseas only when it all depends on the area. So you have to text me to let me know when you have made certain purchase up to a certain amount, because I need that amount in order to cover the shipping charges. So only within Malaysia, free shipping is if you only buy part one, you can get free shipping for Malaysia. But if you are overseas, Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, or Philippines, or even UK or US, right? You please text me or write to me to my email address, Jen, my name is Janice, so JEN @measuringtofit.com, right? To find out how much it is, and I will let you have the details. Okay, otherwise you can start off with just filling up the form. I forgot to put in the form details here. So I will put in the form details later. You can go onto my Facebook page and look for the form there, right? And then give me your email address so that I can send you the tutorial. Okay. So otherwise, right? Do write to me to discuss with me how we can connect to have more details if you need to know more about my course, right? So I do hope to give you some what we'll call some information on sewing, but I have not been hearing any comments from you. What do you want to know? I have made some requests over my live YouTube to ask you what are the things that you want to know as a beginner. So you need to write in the comment so that I know, and then I will be able to tell you, more about the things that you want to know. Otherwise, now I'm trying my best to figure out what are the things that is important to you. And I thought that fabric is a good thing to talk about today, so I talk about fabric. Unless you comment and tell me what you want to know, I will not be able to anticipate everything that you are thinking about and you need to know, right? So I do appreciate if you can comment in the Facebook or even in the YouTube comment to let me know what you like to know to start off in your sewing journey. It's helpful. Let me know what you'd like to know so that I can do more of such video for you where I show you more about sewing and talk more about the beginners sewing to help you get started on your sewing journey. So here is Janice signing off, wishing you joy in your sewing. See you again next week.